Ladies and gentlemen, how's it going? Once again, I'm Nev from Nev's Tech Bits, and what the hell has happened to support? I'm sure a few of you guys out there understand this. You hear this. You know personally that we're running out of support in IT, and why is that? What's going on? Man, I have a few theories off the top of my head, but first, before I get into those theories, I want to talk about the reason why I have this complaint. Now, I purchased Sony Vega. Actually, Vegas. Sony no longer owns it. Magic owns it. So I downloaded it. I buy it. I pirated the full pro version, so I know how this stuff goes, right? I pirate it, or sorry, I pay for it. I download it. I install it. Something doesn't work. I can't add narration. I know how to do that. I know how to add narration to videos, people, okay? Anyways, so I tried it on another computer. It didn't work. Tried it on another computer. It didn't work. Well, I wonder how I get support. There is no support. Or at least none easily that I can find. There's no Twitter, there's no anything for these people. And sometimes you can go to Twitter and you can use their support. But man, you know what? Microsoft was the first bunch of support that really started to spur me. I'm a reasonable person. I like to think I'm a nice guy. You hear me in these videos and I'm a big dick. I know I'm a big dick here. I'm a very opinionated dick. But there's one thing that I understand in this world is computers. The rest of it, no. I get to be a dick about this one thing. While I'm in my basement, on my freaking cam, you see me anywhere else, I probably wouldn't say boo. And I wish happiness on everyone. I wish the best to everyone. But at the same time, I'm a dick here because I know my shit. Microsoft, come on. You know what you did. You know what you did, Microsoft. I know some people play Microsoft all the time and never get any problems, but these days I swear to God I'm blacklisted on Microsoft. Why am I blacklisted on Microsoft? I swear to God I can't get any help from these individuals. So, Microsoft, so I'm not very good at spelling, but my comprehension of the English language is really good, actually. And I know what I'm listening to. So, they're like, okay, call us back, Microsoft, or hang up and we'll call you back. I pick up the phone. Thank you, Jen. And there's no one on the other end. And this message comes up saying something like, okay, here's your support case that you have to take care of, basically, and it doesn't connect me to anyone. What the actual... What's going on here? It used to be that you had your support, and when you screwed up, you could take care of it. And these days, no one wants to admit that they screwed up, and nobody wants to admit that they don't know how to run stuff, and nobody wants to admit that we're shipping tech products that just shouldn't be shipped, and we're making a lot of money for this, and we're not supporting it at all. Now, I think about a lot of the tech people who are high up, or at least they think they're tech people. Maybe most of them are, but I see a lot of tech people who act like they're tech people. In reality, don't know a frickin' thing about tech and get contractors to do everything. What the heck? This is America now. It's if you have a business that is running irresponsibly, you have a lot of this stuff. You have a lot of stuff you don't need to hire people to do because it'll only affect you once or twice a year. But hey, if it affects you once or twice a year, can we export those costs? Can we blame the end user? Can we blame somebody else? Nobody wants to take responsibility and pay money for things because things cost money. So in the end, we're going to be in a place that has a lot of people who are very unscrupulous, but they're rich. Is it worth it? Is it worth being rich and having everything and losing your own soul? Like, even if you're not Christian, say for example you're like Pharma Bro and you go out there and you find this miracle cure. I'll save babies. And you go out there and you buy this and you crank the price thousands of percentages. You are a bad person. Okay, so what if God doesn't exist? What if none of this hippy-dippy bullshit works? History is still going to remember you for the fucker you are. And I can tell you that. There are a lot of fuckers who have kept all the money, who tried to keep unions. Okay, I'm not a big fan of unions now, but we needed unions at a certain point in time. There were union-busting people who had more money than they ever knew what to deal with, who just like to watch their own bank account go and watch the world burn. Just like, yeah, set a fire to those. See those people over there, those children? It didn't work as hard as me. They didn't. They're not a winner like me, so let them burn in poverty. I'm okay with that. And that is honestly what I see going on with support for these huge freaking companies. So I'm having an issue with Autodesk right now. I'm having a problem with Magix right now. Actually, I'm not even having a problem with Magix because I said, I finally, what I did was like, hey, I paid for this through PayPal. I'm going to use their PayPal email address and ask for help or a refund. They just gave me a refund. Wow. And there was no other place for me to complain. Or just be like, hey, this is an issue. There was no way for me to report the bug. There was a little thing at the top to say how you do things. Oh my god. It shouldn't upset me. I'm really trying not to get upset about anything. But in places out there charge the amount of money that they do for products and then don't support them. That really gets me going right now. Okay, let's talk about Autodesk. So, Autodesk, I've never had a problem with Autodesk because their stuff always works, and I think that they were always just used to their stuff always working. But they went out and bought FutureCam, Delcam. Delcam? I think it was Delcam that they bought. And when you bought that, they bought like a whole bunch of stuff under them. And they have no idea how to distribute this stuff. I'm still waiting for a freaking code. I got a guy with a new machine, and he needs this new program, so we got that program. We thought they installed it. We thought they installed it, but it turns out that they didn't. We paid for the program, we paid for the code. I can't get the code. They won't give me the code. On the website, it says sign in to get the code. After I've signed in, I try to click sign in, but it's only text. It's not a link at all. Apparently, they sent us that code. So, I had my boss send me the code. There was no code on that email. They sent the code, an email code, to my boss. My boss sent it to me. There was no code. Now I got a lot of angry people who think the problem is IT, that they can't install the code. But the real problem is that Autodesk won't just smarten up and realize they screwed up because they're a bunch of old bastards who think that everything just works all the time magically, and if there's ever anything wrong, it's always the end user. I'm not saying that the end user is intelligent. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying you gotta do your due diligence when it comes to support. We're not giving anyone support. How do we expect this stuff to live if we don't support it? That's got me thinking about more, though. That's got me thinking about more. Like in life, all your parents are always working. I bet few of yous out there actually had a stay-at-home mom. Actually, most of the people that watch this are between 25 and 35, so odds are about half of you are still at home with your mom. So a lot of us are still at home with our mom. But are we going to be supporting our parents when we're living with them, or are we just expected to be with them? I don't know. And the way healthcare is in the States, man, it's like we're not supporting anybody. We're supporting getting productivity forward to make lives easier for our future selves. But could it be that we're getting to a time where we're more interested in productivity than support and a happy life and a happy outcome, a happy quality of life? We won't even support each other. Geez, in the USA, you guys got problems over there, don't you, with your healthcare? Yeah, I can't ever say anything negative about the USA, right? Because, geez, look at all the advancements they made and all that great stuff. I'm just so pissed off at support right now. And the thing is, I am support. And I'm looking at the way people are supported, and they're not being supported. How is this world turning? It's like the people at the top have decided to cut everything out. So that it doesn't work, we just blame that guy. Damn. Rick, you were right. This stuff's messed up. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Have a good one.